Hello, and welcome to a presentation covering the basics of initiatives and referendums in the Arizona Constitution. During this brief presentation, we will define, compare, and contrast initiatives and referendums, discuss how they are created, and look into how initiatives and referendums support direct democracy in the Arizona Constitution. So what is an initiative and what is a referendum? In the Arizona Constitution, initiatives give the citizens the right to propose a new law or allow citizens to make changes to the existing Constitution, independently and without the inclusion of legislature through this process. Whereas a referendum is the proposed law by the legislature that, once passed, is put out for citizens to approve or deny through their official vote. This is the most official and most commonly used way to make changes to the Arizona Constitution. So how are initiatives and referendums created? Initiatives are first drafted by citizens, and the proposal can be handwritten or typed and has no requirements on language specifics or length. The draft is then filed with the Secretary of State. The Arizona Constitution requires valid signatures from 15% of the number of votes cast in the last state election, whereas a referendum, the House and Senate first propose the change through a majority vote. It does not need to be a supermajority like the U.S. Constitution, making the process much easier. Once it is approved by legislature, the voters of Arizona decide on the outcome put onto the ballot. So comparing and contrasting an initiative and a referendum, first, an initiative is a citizen-created and proposed independently, and it is collectively then gained signatures so that it can be put on the ballot for everyone to vote on. Where a referendum is a decision that is made by the General Assembly to put on the bill for the ballot to decide on the votes. The initiative is entirely created by the people because they draft, gain signatures, and vote on the outcome. The referendum is indirectly created as it is drafted, proposed, and decided by elected Senate and House in order to then be voted on by the people. Both processes include a final step of a citizen vote. So some pros and cons of initiatives are the following. The advantages are it gives the power of decisions directly to the people. It makes legislature more responsive based on the citizens' ability to address issues directly. It allows the citizens to hold legislature accountable. Some disadvantages of initiatives are it can lead to poorly drafted laws because there is no official requirements for the drafts, and any registered voter can create one. There is not expertise involved in this process. It creates a lot for voters to decide on, leading to less informed decisions from voters. And it is a more accessible process to well-resourced organizations, making it perhaps less of a democratic process. Some pros and cons of referendums are the following. The advantages of referendums is it creates proposals drafted by experts that are constitutionally sound. It creates policies and procedures that reflect the majority's will, and it creates specific points of negotiation aligning the priorities of politicians with the people's. Some disadvantages of referendums are it creates division in communities. It does not allow the people to be in full control of what issues are proposed, and it creates further political divide amid politicians, causing drafts to be stagnant and not pass through legislature to reach then the people's final vote. So how do initiatives and referendums support direct democracy in the Arizona Constitution? Direct democracy is defined as a form of democracy where policies and laws are decided by the citizens rather than entirely by elected legislature. Initiatives give voters direct powers to adopt or change laws or disapprove laws passed by legislature. It removes the role of elected officials acting as a middleman to give full access to the running of the government by the people. Where referendums, the people have the final say on whether the proposal is passed or not, showing the outcome of direct democracy. However, the beginning process of the referendum requires legislature to pass the proposal by a majority before it reaches the ballot, showing an example of representative democracy. So here are the references used for this slide. Thank you.